Good evening, this is TCN English News Edition, and you're watching with me, Ninghoy Kim Kong Sai. First, the headlines. Political parties' bodies reacted to the Wire's Manipur tapes reports. Thadou Tribe Council (TTC) clarifies on formations of Thadou Community International (TCI). Kukizo across Trilang in Gangpokpi protests against removal of Assam Rifles. IMD predicts heavy rains in Manipur, issues safety guideline. News in detail. The Wire's three-part Manipur tape series owned an audio file provided to the commissions of inquiry set up by the Ministry of Home Affairs to inquire into the Manipur violence has garnered reactions from several politicians, political parties and bodies. The file, claimed to be a recording of Chief Minister Biren Singh, if correct, would be evidence of official complicity in the ongoing civil war that has been raging in Manipur since May 3, 2023. Congress MP Zairam Ramesh called the report shocking. This needs to be thoroughly and properly investigated, he wrote. Rashtriya Janata Dal MP Manoj Jha wrote multiple posts on X. Aam Aadmi Party leader Sanjay Singh has also consistently posted on the piece, adding the audio clips to his post. Listen to how Manipur CM is inciting people against the community, he wrote, with a link to an audio tape. I raised the issue of Manipur violence in the House and I was suspended for 11 months, he wrote. In another post mentioning the 30-second video clip recorded on May 4, featuring two Kukizo women were paraded naked and being groped by a sizable mob of men belonging to Meitei community in Gangpokpi district. Singh called the purported bomb exchange and explosive revelations. The Trinamool Congress has posted through its official handle that the alleged revelation is a crime committed by CM Biren Singh. Audio tapes reveal that BJP-led state administration in strife-torn Manipur authorized the use of mortar bombs shielded looters of arms, facilitated politically motivated arrest, deepened the divide between Meitei and Kuki communities. This isn't just a failure, it's a crime committed by CM Biren Singh and Home Minister Amit Shah, who kept him in power. Manipur's Bharatiya Janata Party MLA Paulinlal Haukip has posted on X saying, with the release of the Manipur tapes, it became clear now that the violence in Manipur since May 3, 2023 was not an ethnic conflict, but state-sponsored ethnic persecutions, aka ethnic cleansing with the head government in charge. In a statement, the Kuki Students' Organization said that it is deeply shocked and outraged by the continued inactions of the Government of India, GOI, regarding the leaked audio recording of Biren's. In regards to media release dated the 4th August 2024 by 2 or 3 individuals, non-resident in India, NRI, and who are non-bona fide Thadou claiming to form Thadou Community International (TCI) by non-bona fide Thadou lady Chongboy married to a foreigner who forfeited her identity as per Thadou traditions and customary laws, and another non-Thadou by blood, Kapchungnung Thadou. This press communique is hereby disseminated by the Thadou Tribe Council (TTC) General Headquarters in the interest of the general public and for information to all concerned as under. That the sole claimed convener of TCI by non-resident Indian NRI non-bona fide Chongboy, who was married to a foreigner, is no longer a Thadou, as per Thadou traditions and customary laws, who has no say and voice to say anything on Thadou community. That the sole claimed co-convener of TCI, Mr. Kapchungung Thadou, is not a Thadou by blood, as per the genealogy of Thadou, there is no such clan or clans as Thadou in Thadou genealogy and society. The word Thadou is an online refurbished shop Thadou at the red httpd://shop.thadou.com and another foreign state kingdom of Alada, non-foreigner monarchy within Republic of Benin in Africa, that existed only for 7 years in 1967 as Agasuvi dynasty, Alada, Thadou dynasty of the Alada kingdoms by immigrants from Thadou, 1550, in the list of rulers of the kingdom of Alada, has no relevance, having nothing to do with Thadous of India and Myanmar. That in the context of India, we the Thadous are recognized by the government of India and Manipur state as one scheduled tribes (ST) in the year 1956 as Thadou and our language as Thadou Kuki in the year 1987 by Guwahati High Court Order 12/5/1987, to the effect that the name of the dialect or language shall henceforth be known as Thadou Kuki for the purpose of literature or major Indian language, MIL, subject until further orders. That proves we the Thadous are one among various Kuki tribes. In the context of Burma or Myanmar, according to information from South Asia and the Middle East, George Van Dream, 2007, Christopher Muzelli, London and New York, wrote late we the Thadous are recognized as Thadou, bearing language code TCZ, code authority ISO 6393, code number 914, that the non-Thadou, non-resident, 2 or 3 individuals who hail from the same family, clan, brothers and sisters, having no space in TTC and Thadou community and Kuki society, stating the informations of 2 Thadou Tribe Council, TTC as 1992, in their so-claimed TCI media release on the 4th August 2024 is totally wrong and misleading. As per TTC record, it was formed in the year 1970 with Pu Pahose Kipgand as our first TTC president. That the accusations upon Pu YT Hokip, incumbent president of TTC General Headquarters as self-styled and betraying the Delhi Thadou Conclave 2015, signatory for changing Thadou Tribe Council TTC into Thadou MPTI at Delhi, is hereby clarified and rectified that as Thadou MPTI was misused by few vested interests who are in the pocket of Ambiren Singh and collaborated with Ambiren Singh. The Chief Minister of Manipur, a Battle Thadou Consultative 2023 held on the 21st September 2023 at Battlebank, Churchampur, elected Mr. Y.T. Hokip as the president of TTC General Headquarters, along with 29 cabinets and executive members for the term 2023 to 2028. That the so-claimed Thadous from USA, UK, Norway, Australia, India, Myanmar, Singapore, Macau, and Malaysia is funny, unreal, and irony that no Thadou staying abroad converts to form such a baseless forum from Michael Lamzatang, whose house was burned down by angry Thadous in 2023 and cohorts to earn money for living and to collaborate with Ambiren Singh, who waged war upon minority Kuki people, where 80 to 85% of the victims killed and villages burned, mostly that of the Thadous, with exceptions of Lamzatang, Nekulal, and Zalunt and his sister, Jongbo in Australia. The TTC General Headquarters Emergency Meeting dated the 19th August 2024 at Resolutions number 5A and B hereby warned non-resident 2 or 3 individuals playing in the name of Thadou to stop their game or else facing befitting actions as deemed suited to vested interests. Individuals playing in the name of Thadou. Last but not the least, the Thadou Tribe Council, TTC's General Headquarters strongly condemned the non-Thadou blood, non-residents who have frequent contact with Manipur Chief Minister Ambiren Singh in the name of Thadou for money, at the cost of several Thadou blood, properties, and land in particular, and that of whole Kuki-Zo in general in the current war for personal gain shall be dealt accordingly. In a powerful demonstrations of solidarity, hundreds of Kuki-Zo women from across the Ilang region braving the rain staged a massive protest today against the removal of the 22 Assam Rifles AR posts at Badlapur, Gelnal village. The protest, organized under the aegis of Kuki MP Tui Langlang, highlighted the community's deep concern over the withdrawal of the security presence in the area. Women from various villages united to voice their fears about the potential security risks posed by the removal of the Assam Rifles post. Throughout the protest, participants chanted slogans demanding the reinstatement of the post. The protesters later marched towards the 22 Assam Rifle Badlapur post and submitted a memorandum to the post commander to be handed over to commanding officer, emphasizing the community's apprehensions and called on the authorities to reconsider the decision, stressing the importance of maintaining security and stability in the region. In the representations, the Kuki MP Tui Langlang, representing the Kuki-Zo from the region, urged the continued presence of the Assam Rifles in the hills of Manipur, highlighting the crucial role the Assam Rifles have played since the outbreak of communal violence in the state, facilitating the safe evacuations of over 60,000 Kuki-Zo civilians from the Imphal Valley, as well as tens of thousands of Metis civilians from Kuki-Zo dominated areas. The community stressed that the impartiality demonstrated by the Assam Rifles have been vital in the maintaining peace and stability, ensuring that their actions remain non-partisan and non-communal. Concerns have been raised regarding recent demands by Metis civil society organizations led by Kokami for the removal of the Assam Rifles and their replacements by the Central Reserve Police Force, CRPF. The memorandum argues that acceding to such demands would be an irresponsible and illogical move, potentially leading to unnecessary tensions and unwanted repercussions. The Kuki-Zo community expressed fear that if the Assam Rifles were to be replaced, it would erode trust in the state and central government could reignite violence in the region. The memorandum concluded with an earnest plea for the retention of the Assam Rifles in all Kuki-Zo areas, assuring full cooperation and support to ensure continued peace and security in the region. KSO Tui Langlang President Enoch Kipgen also spoke on the sideline of the event. Relief centers in Lamka district receive essential items. The district administration has distributed relief materials to various relief centers in Lamka district. The materials include food and non-food items. The distribution details are as follows. Tuibong SDO area, 47 relief centers with 7,185 beneficiaries received. 397.50 bags of rice, 81.50 bags of dal, 31.70 bags of butter, 20.15 bags of onion, 50.30 tins of cooking oil, 697 numbers of canned fish, 23.7 bags of sugar, 48 kg of tea leaf. Lamka SDO area, 32 relief centers with 5,526 beneficiaries received. 306.50 bags of rice, 63 bags of dal, 24.10 bags of butter, 15.50 bags of onion, 38.60 tins of cooking oil, 540 numbers of canned fish, 17.70 bags of sugar, 37.10 kg of tea leaf, Saikot SDO area. Relief centers with 1,021 beneficiaries received 57 bags of rice, 11.50 bags of dal, 4.50 bags of butter, 2.90 bags of onion, 6.90 tins of cooking oil, 98 numbers of canned fish, 3.30 bags of sugar, 6.80 kg of tea leaf, Singat SDO area. Relief centers with 899 beneficiaries received 49.50 bags of rice, 10.30 bags of dal, 4 bags of butter, 2.60 bags of onion, 6.30 tins of cooking oil, 89 numbers of canned fish, 2.90 bags of sugar, 6.10 kg of tea leaf, Sangaikot SDO area. Relief centers with 817 beneficiaries received 46 bags of rice, 9.40 bags of dal, 3.60 bags of butter, 2.40 bags of onion, 5.80 tins of cooking oil, 81 numbers of canned fish, 2.70 bags of sugar, 5.50 kg of tea leaf. In total, 856 bags of rice, 175.70 bags of dal, 67.90 bags of butter, 43.55 bags of onion, 107.90 tins of cooking oil, 1,505 numbers of canned fish, 49.67 bags of sugar, and 103.5 kg of tea leaf were distributed to relief centers. Additionally, non-food items were also distributed today. Due to persistent rains in Manipur and various parts of Kachin district over the past few days, the general public is advised to remain alert and take necessary precautions to avoid loss of life and property. The India Meteorological Department IMD has forecasted heavy to very heavy rain in the coming days. The following guidelines are issued for precautions. Remain alert for possible floods and breaches of river banks or embankments. Keep updated with the latest weather forecast and warning from local, state, and national authorities. Ignore rumors and stay calm. Stay away from vulnerable structures, trees, landslide, or flood-prone areas, and unattached metal seats. Prepare an emergency kit with essential items such as non-perishable foods, water, torchlights, first aid supplies, and medicines. Children and elderly are advised to stay indoors unless unavoidable. Keep emergency contacts handy. Avoid vulnerable structures, unattached metal seats, banana trees, and papaya trees. Postpone agricultural and related activities until the weather improves. Avoid areas prone to water lodging. The pig farmers of Mizoram suffered a loss of nearly Rs 800 crore following the outbreak of African Swine Fever (ASF) in the state since 2021, the assembly was informed on Tuesday. In a written reply to our questions, Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Minister C. Lalsoivunga said that 57,217 pigs died of ASF and 43,189 others were culled to prevent the spread of the disease between March 2021 and 15 August 2024. Pig farmers of the northeastern state incurred financial loss to the tune of Rs 799.68 crore during that period, he said. The minister said that 9,866 pigs have died and 17,977 others culled, causing a loss of Rs 239.45 crore due to ASF between January to 15 August this year. Lalsoivunga said that the state government received financial assistance of varied amounts from the center, but from time to tackle the situations. The state government declared ASF a state of disaster or calamity on January 1 this year, he said, adding that the administration is making massive effort to contain the outbreak, although it is not possible to eradicate it completely. According to Lalsoivunga, The state government has imposed a complete ban on the import of pigs and pork products from neighboring states and countries in May, which is still effective. The minister said that pork products are being imported from Pune in Maharashtra by private agencies on an average Mizoram consumer over 4 lakh kilograms of pork a month, he said. According to the Food and Agriculture Organizations, FAO, ASF is a highly contagious and fatal viral disease of pigs. It was first detected in Kenya, East Africa, in 1921 as a disease that killed settler pigs. A severe landslide in Sikkim has destroyed the Thadou hydropower stations of the state-owned NHPC Limited. The project was under restorations following the glacial outburst in October last year, which has caused significant damage. In a statement, the company confirmed the mishap, stating that several structures of the plant have been affected due to the landslide. NHPC mentioned that the Thadou Basin region has been subject to periodic natural subsidence and landslides during the ongoing monsoon season, which led to the landslide. Today's incident of a landslide at NHPC's 510 MW Thadou Power Station Sikkim also occurred due to subsidence or landslide over the tail race tunnel, DRT, outlet structure, and behind the GIS building. This has affected the TRT gateway structure and part of the GIS building. The power station is currently not operational and undergoing restoration works after the flash flood of October 2023, NHPC said in the statement. Last year, a rare but long-feared event of a glacial lake outburst flood, ZLOF, occurred in Sikkim. The ZLOF, which originated in South Lanok in Ladakh, led to the collapse of the Thadou Tribe hydroelectric dam at Chungthang in North Sikkim, causing widespread devastation downstream, including at the Thadou plant. The company stated that an expert team from its corporate office is visiting the power station to assess the situation, evaluate the losses, and plan remedial works. Union Health Ministry has written to all the heads of the central government hospitals and institutes for enhancing security in hospitals. In the letter, the ministry has asked them to install sufficient number of high-resolution CCTV cameras at strategic locations including entrances, exits, corridors, dark spots, and sensitive areas. A control room should also be set up for quick response to an emergency situations. Adequate number of well-trained security guards to be deployed for proper monitoring, patrolling, surveillance of the premises of the hospitals. The ministry added that entry and exits to be strictly monitored to allow entry to authorized personnel only, and display of one card by all hospital staff while on duty be made mandatory. Appropriate arrangements to be made to ensure that all visitors are monitored. Hospitals have also been asked for proper display of relevant panel provisions of the state legislation to prevent violence against healthcare workers in hospital premises. It added that all hospital staff, including doctors, nurses, and administrative personnel, should be trained in recognizing and responding to security threats. They should be equipped with appropriate skills to handle emergency situations. It added that dark spots in the campus should be made and adequate lighting in the premises should be ensured, particularly in the duty areas of the lady healthcare staff, parking lots, and entryways. Hospital authorities should ensure a coordinated response in case of incident in close coordinations with local police and emergency services. It added that adequate number of well-secured duty rooms with basic amenities to be provided for female health professionals. Deployment of lady health professionals at night should be preferable done in more than one number. They used to be escorted in premises while on duty, and proper arrangement of secure transport to be made for them for any movement at night. The Health Ministry also said that comprehensive plans can be drawn for tackling various types of emergencies, and these plans should be regularly updated and rehearsed, including conduct of periodic mock drills to train staff and security personnel for effective responses in emergency scenarios. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Kyiv, the capital city of war-hit Ukraine, on August 23, 2024, at the invitation of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. It would be the first visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Ukraine in more than 30 years since New Delhi established its diplomatic relations with the second largest European country after Russia. PM Narendra Modi will undertake an official visit to Ukraine later this week on Friday, August 23, on the invitations of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, the MEA said on Monday. The MEA also revealed that Prime Minister Modi will spend 7 hours in Kyiv. According to NDTV, the Indian Prime Minister's visit to Kyiv will involve a 20-hour train journey, during which he will board the Rail Force One overnight train. This specially designed high-security train offers a comfortable journey through war-torn Ukraine, equipped with luxurious amenities, executive-level work, and relaxation facilities. Rail Force One have been used in past to facilitate movement of U.S. President Joe Biden to Kyiv. Movement of U.S. President Joe Biden to Kyiv through Poland on a diplomatic visit in February 2023. In addition to U.S. President Biden, more than 200 foreign diplomatic missions have used this train service to arrive in war-hit Ukraine so far. These include former British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, French President Emmanuel Macron, and Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky regularly uses this train when he has to visit abroad. With commercial airlines cancelled and the skies too dangerous to fly politicians in and out of Ukraine, this rail network has become the country's diplomatic highway. According to media reports, the interior of Rail Force One is as impressive as its guest list. It has wood panel cabins with everything needed for work and relaxation. Its amenities include a spacious long table for meetings, a plush sofa, a TV mounted on the wall, a comfortable sleeping arrangements. These luxury carriages were originally built in 2014 to accommodate tourists visiting Crimea. However, following Russia's annexations of the peninsula, they were repurposed to safely transport world leaders and VIPs through the war-torn country. The 10 police have arrested over 40 people and registered a first information report (FIR) against at least 300 people for protesting and blocking railway tracks at Badlapur railway stations over the alleged sexual assault of 2 4-year-old girls by a sweeper in the washroom of a school in the town. The police say that the arrested protesters will be presented in court on Wednesday, DCP ZRP of Central Railway Manoj Patil say. The situation is normal. Railway movement is also normal. No sanction has been imposed. Internet services will be suspended for a few days so that rumors do not spread. Meanwhile, the situations at Badlapur railway stations returned to normal, and the local trains were reported at their normal place a day after an intense rail roll-call protest. Thousands of protesters on Tuesday blocked railway tracks at Badlapur station, which caused massive disruption of local train services and diversions of some long-distance trains. At least 15 out-station trains and suspension of local train services on the Ambernath-Karzat section for 10 hours, leaving thousands of passengers stranded. Meanwhile, a heavy police force has been deployed at the Badlapur railway station, and at a school, here 2 kindergarten girls were allegedly sexually abused. The opposition leader, including NCP, SCP leader Supriya Sule and Shiv Sena UBT Chief Uddhav Thackeray, claimed that Eknath Shinde led state government over the horrendous crime, with the former seeking Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis' resignation over the incident, alleging that he had failed in arresting the crime rate in the state. Sule also held a protest along with party workers against the government. Further, Uddhav Thackeray demanded that the case should be fast-tracked and speedy justice to be ensured to the victims. Talking to reporters, Thackeray said on that, the one hand, the state government is running the Mukhya Mantri Ladi Bahin scheme, but daughters of sisters are not safe. He alleged politics was played over crime against women by targeting certain states. The Badlapur case to be fast-tracked and speedy justice to be ensured to the victims, he said. He further claimed the school where the girls were allegedly abused sexually was linked to BJP leaders, Chief Minister Eknath Shinde. However, he hit out at the opposition parties and the railroad car protests and said that it was a political motivated agitation. I already informed the police to take action against school management, he said. Maharashtra Deputy CM Devendra Fadnavis on Tuesday said that the Badlapur incident will be speedily investigated and the case will be proceeded in the fast-track court. The Maharashtra government also ordered the suspension of 3 police officers, including a senior police inspector, for alleged derelictions of duty in probing the case. Top government sources confirmed to CNBC TV18 that the decision to cancel the recent lateral entry advertisement came after Prime Minister Modi emphasized the need to uphold social justice. The source clarified that this decision was not influenced by pressure from opposition parties or allies. Lateral entry is not a replacement, but it is supplementation. We streamlined the entire procedure in 2018 and brought this under UPSC, said the source. Since then, domain experts have been hired through lateral entry to contribute to significant government jobs and policies. Currently, 57 individuals are employed across various ministries through this process. The government will follow a holistic approach to add the reservation aspect in lateral entry and will also conduct wider consultations on adding the caste reservation aspect, it added. The decision came after Jitendra Singh, Minister for Personal, Public Grievances and Pensions, wrote a letter to UPSC chairperson Preeti Sudan requesting the withdrawal of the lateral entry advertisement. Since these positions have been treated as specialized and designated as single cadre posts, there has been no provisions for reservation in these appointments. These aspects need to be reviewed and reformed in the context of the Prime Minister's focus on ensuring social justice, he wrote in the letter. Hence, I urge the UPSC to cancel the advertisement for lateral entry recruitment issued on 17/8/2024, he added. The decision has ignited criticism from the opposition parties, which claim that it undermined the reservation rights of the other backward classes, OBC, scheduled castes, SCs, and scheduled tribes, STs. On August 17, the UPSC announced a major lateral entry recruitment drive for 45 positions, including 10 joint secretaries and 35 directors or deputy secretaries. This initiative, aimed at appointing specialists from both the police and private sectors to government departments, was one of the Commission's largest lateral recruitment effort to date. The announcement quickly drew criticism from opposition parties who argued that it compromised the reservation rights of other backward classes, OBCs, scheduled castes, SCs, and scheduled tribes, STs. Ukraine is now using robotic dogs on the battlefield, the first non-combat deployment of such machines. The robots were supplied by a British company and are not autonomous. They are operated by remote control, a working version of ubiquitous aerial drones. Every unit should have one of these dogs, said Kurt, a commander in the 28th Mechanized Brigade, in an X or Twitter post on the official Ministry of Defense account. According to piece published by the German tabloid newspaper Bild, misleadingly headlined "Robot Dog Sniff of Russian Soldiers." The British company Robot Alliance has supplied 30 of the dogs. The Bild piece states that the robot explore inside buildings, trances, and sense woodland where drones cannot go. They are used to locate booby traps and to locate Russian forces, but do not actually have sniffing sensors. Bill states that the robots can run at up to 9 mph with a battery life of up to 5 hours and can be controlled from up to 2 miles away. They quote a price of $4,400 to $8,800, depending on the version. Video of Ukrainian operations in the Donetsk region shows the robot dog covered by a camouflage blanket made by German suppliers CanCamo, which makes it difficult to detect both visually and with thermal imaging. As soon as the robot stops moving, it merges into the background vegetation. A press release on the robots from Ukraine fundraising platform United24 notes that data held on the robot can be erased instantly if it captured to remove the chance of the enemy gaining any information from it. The supplier named by Bild, Brit Alliance, is a security company based in the United Kingdom. They provide a wide range of services, including from protections of individual VIPs to safeguarding international shipping. They also help with military training and drone security and surveillance. The company did not respond to a request for information, but their company's site indicates they are active in Ukraine. We already have a wealth of experience in this rapidly developing area, deploying drones in Ukraine and across the globe, states the Brit Alliance website. Brit Alliance is a security firm, not a robot manufacturer, and clearly did not make the machine themselves. It did not take internet analysis long to identify the robots in Ukraine as being Chinese-made Uni-3 ZO2 Pros, which might be seen as the leg equivalent of Chinese-made DJI quadcopters. Efficient, high-spec machines, easily available at low cost. The Uni-3 ZO2 Pro costs $3,500 plus $1,000, shipping from China without extras, and is stated as having an 11 mph top speed, in line with the Badlapur. Weighing under 30 pounds, the ZO2 is conveniently portable with the legs folding up for easy carrying. The ZO2 Pro has an intelligent control system with multiple sets of fisheye cameras looking in all directions, plus a powerful 1.5D flop processor and smart software, which enables it to remain stable even on uneven surfaces or rough ground. It is capable of a degree of autonomous operation, such as following the operator visually, and can also do a smarter side follow. Ukrainian forces are in control of 92 settlements and more than 1,250 square kilometers of Kursk Oblast in Russia, as the incursions into the region continues, President Volodymyr Zelensky said on August 19. Kyiv's unprecedented operation is ongoing for 2 weeks, with the Ukrainian military capturing the town of Suza in Kursk Oblast and allegedly destroyed all 3 bridges over the Sym River near the border. The Kyiv Independent could not verify Zelensky's claims about the number of seized Russian territory. Speaking at a meeting in the city of Manipur, the president said that Ukraine continues to strengthen its position, stabilize certain areas, and continues to take Russian soldiers as pawns. This operation has become our largest investment in the process of releasing Ukrainians from Russian captivity. "We have already captured the largest number of Russian prisoners in one operation," he said without elaborating. Ukraine declined to provide a full number of Russian captives taken during the Kursk incursions following the Kyiv independence request. Zelensky said that hundreds of Russian soldiers have been captured as of August 13, while an undisclosed Ukrainian colonel told the independent news outlet that the number might be as high as 2,000. The Russian border near Ukraine's Sumy Oblast has been largely cleared of the Russian soldiers, which Zelensky called one of the tactical goals of Kyiv's incursion. The bodies of 6 Israeli hostages abducted by terrorists on October 7, including one hitherto presumed alive, were recovered in an overnight operations in Khan Yunis in the southern Gaza Strip, the military announced Tuesday morning. The deceased hostages brought back were Alex Dancy, 75, Yagiv Bustav, 35, Chaim Perry, 79, Yoram Messer, 80, Nadav Popelwell, 51, and Avraham Munder, 78. All 6 are known to have been taken to Gaza alive during the Hamas-led invasions and slaughter in southern Israel on October 7, 2023, and were killed over the course of the 10-month-long war. Dancy and Bustav have been confirmed dead by the IDF in late July, while Perry, Metzger, and Popelwell were declared dead by the army in early June. The 5 were believed to have been killed in Khan Yunis in early 2024, although the causes of death are not known. Munder had not been previously declared dead by the IDF, although the army had some information that had raised concern for his well-being. As such, until Tuesday morning, he had been listed among the hostages presumed alive. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu sent his condolences to the families of the 6 and thanked soldiers and commanders from the military and the sent back for the determined operation that led to the recovery. The State of Israel will continue to make every effort to return all our hostages, both the living and the fallen, Netanyahu said, amid relentless accusations that he was not doing enough to secure a hostage deal. The bodies of 6 Israeli hostages abducted by terrorists on October 7, including one hitherto presumed alive, were recovered in an overnight operations in Khan Yunis in the southern Gaza Strip, the military announced Tuesday morning. The deceased hostages brought back were Alex Dancy, 75, Yagev Bustav, 35, Chaim Perry, 79, Yoram Mesker, 80, Nadav Popelwell, 51, and Avraham Munder, 78. All 6 are known to have been taken to Gaza alive during the Hamas-led invasions and slaughtered in southern Israel on October 7, 2023, and were killed over the course of the 10-month-long war. Dancy and Buskav has been confirmed by the IDF in late July, while Perry, Metzger, and Popelwell were declared dead by the army in early June. The 5 were believed to have been killed in Khan Yunis in early 2024, although the causes of death are not known. Munder had not been previously declared dead by the IDF, although the army had some information that had raised concern for his well-being. As such, until Tuesday morning, he had been listed among the hostages presumed alive. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu sent his condolences to the families of the 6 and thanked soldiers and commanders from the military and the sent back for the determined operation that led to the recovery. Netanyahu said, amid relentless accusations that he was not doing enough to secure a hostage deal, Defense Minister Yoav Gallant held the daring and dangerous operations and said he too shares the family's grief. He said the action was a testament to the freedom of operation Israel has achieved in the Strip and vowed to continue until Hamas is toppled and all hostages are returned. National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir also sent his condolences and thanked the IDF troops for the courageous operations. He added that the remaining hostages must only be returned through intense military pressure halting the entry of failed and humanitarian aid to terrorism and its supporters, and not through irresponsible deals that will bring upon us, God forbid, more hostages and fatalities in the future. With the bodies recovered, the IDF said it will continue to investigate the causes of the man's death, including the possibility that some or all of the 6 were killed by Israeli fire amid military operations in Khan Yunis. The United States has accused Iran of launching cyber attacks on the presidential campaigns of Kamala Harris and Donald Trump and targeting U.S. voters who had influenced operations designed to exacerbate political division. The assessment from the FBI and other federal agencies marks the first time the U.S. government has assigned blame amid renewed fears of the threat of foreign elections interference in the country's election. We have observed increasingly aggressive Iranian activity during the election cycle, specifically involving influence operations targeting the American public and cyber operations targeting presidential campaigns. The FBI, the Officer of Director of National Intelligence and the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, which is responsible for the defense of U.S. government computer systems, said in a statement on Monday. This includes the recently reported activities to compromise former President Trump's campaign, which the intelligence community attributes to Iran, they said. The Trump campaign caused Iran of hacking one of its websites earlier this month. At the time, Trump said Iran was only able to get publicly available information. Iran, the U.S. statement said, had also targeted the campaign of Harris, who will formally accept the Democratic Party's presidential nominations at this week's convention. Iran's mission to the United Nations issued a statement calling for the allegations unsubstantiated and devoid of any standing, and challenged Washington to release evidence for the claim. As we have previously announced, the Islamic Republic of Iran harbors neither the intentions nor the motive to interfere with the U.S. presidential elections, the mission said. The U.S. statement said the intelligence community was confident Iranian operatives using social engineering and other means sought access to individuals with direct access to presidential campaigns of both parties, the statement said. Those activities included thefts and disclosures intended to influence the U.S. election process, the statement added, without elaborating. The United States got to the polls on November 5. Google said that this month, that hackers backed by Iran were targeting the Democratic and Republican presidential campaigns. A hacker group known as APT42, linked to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, went after high-profile individuals and organizations in Israel and the United States, including government officials and political campaigns, Google said in a threat report. In 2016, a hack of Democratic National Committee emails blamed on Russian military intelligence exposed internal party communications, including about candidate Hillary Clinton. Trump, who went on to win the elections, was criticized for encouraging the hack. The latest hacking allegations come at a time of significant tensions between Washington and Tehran amid Israel's continuing war in Gaza. The U.S. agencies did not detail how they concluded that Iran was responsible, nor did they describe the nature of any information that may have been stolen from the Trump campaign. That's all from us tonight, and we thank you for joining our program.